watching this candle. Actually, let me switch it to 3 minute. Sucks because it takes a while for all the indicators to load up. Got to make sure this Fibinator or the triple threat loads up because that's where the orb is. Come on, load up, hurry up. Alright, looks like it's loaded. Alright, so this candle here is what I'm watching. Tried to push up, got sucked down, tried to push down, got sucked up. Right now it's a doji, I don't like it. But we still got a few minutes left. You know, 2 good minutes. So one way or the other it could be moving. This is the volume profile that Pete always talks about. Right in here, you got volume. So that's probably why it's going to push down here quick if it does continue down. To the top side, it's just how the indicator is set up. That so many volume areas. I'd have to change it to see what's up top here, if it's thin or not. But still got about a minute left. Strong push down. Shit, where's the OPR? I thought I had the OPR on here. Right there. Shit, I missed the OPR already. Should have had that turned on. So when we were up here, I should have bought a put or gone in short because right there's the POC of yesterday. I forgot to turn it on because I was running late getting everything else set up, but hey, it is what it is. But oh well, I missed that play. And if that was the case where if I would have got in here for that down, I would have stayed in and just carried it over to the orb play and see if we continue to the downside. But oh well, that sucks. But if you guys in the chat there in the Patreon, I say how it's the OPR play, that would have been a good one to get in. Of course, this is the S. Futures is over here, or SPY's over here. This is same thing with SPY. There's the OPR, so it would have been a play yes for that too. So we got 20 seconds left here. I'm looking to. Don't want to say I got a bias, but it looks like we got a downside here. Everything's showing red. All right, there's the. So 4379.50. I need to get in here. Shit. 4379.50. So if we pull back up, I'll get in, but I missed it. That's how quick it can go if you're not prepared. So I missed it. I'm not chasing it. So that was the orb. So I missed that. I would have gone in here at 50. It would have pulled down to. I would have exited at the 382 line, which would have been 378. So that would have been a point move. Actually, it would have stayed in here. I'm not chasing this thing. Damn it. Sorry, guys. It just happened so quick, and that's how quick these orb play. I was too busy concentrating on where this specific enter was instead of just coming over here and hitting that damn enter button. But oh well, it is what it is. Definitely good orb play to the downside. I'd definitely be out now. Where it pulled down to the 786, I would have got out as it was pulling up. But it could continue to the downside. But it is what it is. I mean, that shit happens. This sucks. But it is what it is, guys. So now I'm just gonna switch over to the. Actually, let me go to the 5 minute. I may jump into 5 minute chart or 5 minute orb. Normally I don't do this, but we'll see. 437475, 437475. So if we break below there, I mean, we're way exhausted to the downside, but I'm just showing you how I would get in the orb normally. I should have been in this on the 3-minute, but I ended up getting in on a 5. So if we push up here and close below that 236, I'll get out. If we push up to that 618, I'll get out. So down here, I want at least that 786, which is 36875. But what's the 618? 438125. 438125 is way up here. But normally I get into the 3-minute. Like I said, I don't play. If I miss one, I don't jump on the other. Especially after that, that's a huge drawdown or push down to me, and it's exhaustion. But it is what it is. We'll see what it turns out to be. What I'll do is I'll put my like I could drag this however I want. As you can see, shit, it's not on this chart. Why isn't it? All right, let me 12. Where's 12? So you can see here's on that chart there, and here's my buy. So I can drag this also over here if I want, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we did drop down, which at 382 level. 4372.25, 4372.25, 4372.25. So right here, 4372, or no, what did I say? 4372? 4372.25 is right here. So I'm going to drag this down and hold it at 4372.25 to see if this thing pushes down. I'm also not, if it breaks that past this 4373.75, I won't let it pull back to turn me negative. So we'll see how this goes. So basically, if it pushes down past this 4375, that's kind of my halfway point, I guess. What would be halfway? 4372 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, right in this area is when where I'll get out or set my stop if we push down. But this is basically how I set it up. I just, get in where it says enter. I'll have an order there and just sit there and wait. And then once we break a certain area, I want to make sure that I get out with money. So if we continue to drop below this area where I have it now, I'm going to drop my stop loss there. And then that way, no matter what, I'm going to make, money. It's struggling here, so I might just move it up a little bit further. I'll probably move it up since we're struggling. All right, there we go. So now I'll drag it down. Oh, it hit. So, and that's how I play the orb right there. I wasn't able to drag it down. Again, I'm trying to talk and do this, and I'm kind of new at doing these things at one time. But right like that is how I would play the orb. The 3-minute orb I missed. I should have got in, and it basically would have been dragging it down. Why is this alarm set? Oh, I played NQ earlier today, and I had an alarm set up. That's why. All right, so now that that's done, so that's how I play the orb play. Let me switch it over to the 1-minute chart, and now I will show you how I play the fibs. So let me turn the orb off. Come up here. I don't need the trend lines. Show ticker price, that way I can hear when Jimmy's talking, because I got Jimmy in my other ear, um, so I can hear him talking. So once this thing loads up, we still got another 4 minutes roughly before the fibs will spread out. And then I'll explain that. I don't think I need this like that could be like that. All right. So here's the basically how I trade my setup. You see, this is the SPY numbers. We'll wait and see if once the fibs play out. Now this triple threat that I created has the buy sell. That would have been a good entry here where it says short and the take profit is way down here. This here where it says short with the bubble, that's basically playing off of these three MAs. It's a 9, the green's a 9, the 20 is the red, and the blue's a 13. So once the 9 crosses below both of those, it'll throw that short. Technically this is a little bit late, but normally I have this set for the 5, the 8, and the 13. And you'll see it'll be a lot earlier entrance on that. But when P Daddy comes on, I like listening and visually seeing that 920 cross. But let me switch it back to that the 5, the 8, and the 13, and you'll see this will probably push up here somewhere. So basically it's the same area. So when that happens, when you got that double confluence, that's a guaranteed entrance right here. But I'll leave it where it's at now, since that's normally what I'll do until P Daddy comes on. So we still got another 3 minutes before the fibs will actually plot. Shit, I thought I turned the orb off. Where is the orb at? Oh, I added it to the ADD. Because in case I didn't want that other indicator on at the time, but we'll see. So why isn't that plotting there either? Huh. If I had to guess, it'd probably be right in here. Would have been that plot to the downside. Let me look back and see. Yeah, if I had to guess, it's probably right in there. Nope. Let's see here. Why isn't this plotting? We should have a plot there somewhere. Apple 3. Alright, there'll probably some quiet time on here because I'm not one to talk the whole time through it. So like right now, there's really nothing to talk about. I'm waiting for the fibs to plot, which they'll plot on the next candle. Oh no, they already plotted. Jesus, I'm blind. So I already missed the entrance right there. No, it didn't plot until later. So we're right at this 50. So for me, if we break down here, So basically, we break that area right in here. So what is that? 437375. So I'm going to come over here and say 437375. That would be my entrance. To the upside, there's really none because the 50 is literally right there. So if anything, I'm going to wait for this thing to break down and create another 5-minute overlay. But if we were to push down below here, I'd expect it to hit the 0 line like it did over here. So that's why that's there. And then I just patiently wait, sit here and wait and see what happens. I mean, it could move up, it could move down. Alright, so here we come, pushing down. So if we break here, like I said, I'm expecting that. So my stop would be right above there. So it'd be 4375.50. The only bad thing, if it pushes up there, it's going to buy me. And I don't want to buy out, so I'll wait until it gets me in. Because I don't want to buy at 437. See, it would have bought me in, and I wouldn't want to get in there. So I'm going to wait. Once it buys me in here, I'll set my stop at 437.550. I mean, I could put a one right here. It's 437.775. It's almost a point move, which at 3 contracts would be $150. But that's just, I mean, it's just a little bit too tight. I'd rather that 5-minute overlay, close a little bit further down. Because that right there would have bought me in. And then my stop loss for that, I would have bought in basically here. And then my stop loss would have been about halfway. Would have been right about here. But we'll wait and see what happens here. Now, if this doesn't do a doji on that overlay, we'll say this is the POC, this light for today, this line here. So like right now, if it closes, I'll probably move my order up to here, playing for a 236 0 line hit. Well, shit, it already hit that, so that's out. So it's just patient, wait for the 5-minute overlay to close, unless it breaks down and buys me in. All right, so this is the last candle of this overlay to see what happens. Boy, I hope this thing's recording. If not, I'll try to do it again tomorrow. I'll be more prepared for tomorrow. I'll do like a real quick test video just to make sure it is recording properly. So for me, technically, I could take these off here. I really don't need these lines on there. Alright, shit. So I missed it. That would have been a buy in there. I want this thing to pull up, and then I'm going to drag my sell stop up to probably right there. Let me see, it's 75. Again, it's so close to the 236, it's not worth it. But if we break below that 236 line, I'll get in for, a push down to the one of these, and my stop loss is going to be right above that 382 line. Oh, nice. Is it 10 o'clock? No, we still got 10 minutes for the 10 o'clock candle. I don't play anything up in here, although we did break down below the value area, so this could push back up to that POC. I may get in for a push up to that POC line. So if we break 438, 4380, 50, 4380, 50, I'll get in for 4382, 25, 4382. And my reasoning behind that is, again, this is something I normally don't play. I only play the POC one time, but a lot of times when it breaks below the value area and breaks back in, it does retrace back to that POC. I'm going to test it here to see if it would actually work. Now, if this yellow POC wasn't here, I would not have an order there. Um, Shit, where'd my screen go? Alright, so if that buys me in, I'm going to drag this up to right here, 437875. 4378, what'd I say? Is that it? I bought in up here, right there. Again, this isn't something I normally play. I just want to test this thing out and see, and what's a better way of testing it than testing it live and to see. I'm looking for that POC hit. We'll see if it's going to hit it or not. This is normally no man's land for me up here, but hopefully it'll push back up and hit that POC. Now, we got 7 minutes for the 10 o'clock candle. I may get out because that 10 o'clock candle can push hard one way or the other. And if it pushes, well, my stop's there, so, well, right there, it just stopped me out, so no big deal. So let me close that. All right, so I'm not going to play that to the upside to the POC. Obviously, it didn't work. So now I'm going to go back to the FIBs. So if we break down below here, let's see, 4376, 4376 even. And the target, I mean, it's less than a point, but I'd be looking for at least a 236, a little bit below the 236 hit. So as you can see, when I make my entrances, I put my stop loss and let it play out. It's either going to hit one or the other. The only time, like over here, when I do the orb play, I don't like being in a trade and have it, if I'm green, turn negative or turn red. So that's why I have a certain area like, okay, once it hits a certain point, I'll drag my stop to there. Um, Damn, there's the POC hit again. That sucks. I just had too tight of a stop loss. And you know what's crazy, guys, is that damn stop loss. Look, it literally pushed down and hit it right on. You know, I know you can't say it's a stop loss hunt, but I mean, is that obvious when my stop loss was literally right there, and that's where it pulled back to exactly my stop loss, and look where it hit. It hit my target anyway. That kind of sucks, but that's why maybe next time I'll use my stop will be right below. I like using roughly a fib point. So if I'm up here, you know, roughly 1 point down is right above it, but I think I'll actually go below the actual fib points. So now I'm gonna take this off because I'm waiting for a close below this 50 before I get in anything else. So I'm just gonna wait and see what the heck's going on here. I mean, if we come over here to the SPY and look at the daily chart, do I have my daily fibs on here? Let's see. Yeah, I got the daily fibs. So here's a 236. We got a gap above us and a gap below us. So we got some pretty huge gaps. Um, we did close above the 236 here. We continue to push up. I'm really looking for us to close this gap this week sometime. Unless if we end up closing below this 236, then I would expect it to close this gap. So as long as it stays above this 236, I'd be looking for this gap play up here. All right. So that's what I'm looking for. So let me go to the daily here. So this is the daily on the ES, and you know that gap isn't really here on the ES because ES plays out. You know, basically it's 20, 23.6 ticker, meaning that from 5 to 6 you can't trade it, and then on Saturday you can't trade it. All right, so here's a 5 minute. It's setting up, but again, there's no trade for me. I don't look for anything up here to the upside. I'm waiting for a close below this 50 before I play anything back to the downside. So I'm either wanting this to push up and flip the fibs by hitting the 100, or I'm wanting this to push down. Right now, it's just nothing worth trading. So trading is a patient game, and there's no need to try to jump in thinking, okay, you know, this could push up. I'm gonna get in. It's not part of my trade plan. My basically trade plan is we need to get below this 50, and I want to see kind of like these overlay candles, you know. And then I'd set up like I did here. You know, if it broke low, I'd get in. And I'll even do a break high just so I can show you how I'll do it, even if it's only a little win. I know I'm kind of everywhere in his video talking. Uh, I was hoping to be prepared. Oh, there we go. The fibs should flip. Cool. So now, what I'm waiting for is this 5-minute overlay to close. And actually, what I'll do is I'm going to put a order here. Well, no, because it would actually be down here. What is that? 43.80.50. 43.80.50. Now, if it breaks down there, what I'd be looking for is this 50 line hit. Um, so that's what I'm looking for currently. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the POC from yesterday. Although if we break down back into the POC, we probably could push down to the POC. So I may play that too if we break. What is that? 438475. 438475. So if we break down there, I'd look for a 438225. I probably shouldn't play it because that is not part of my trade plan. Um, Maybe I need to create that as a trade plan. This was the 10 o'clock candle, I guess. So that was that big. We're in this extensions. So these extensions, I foresee a pullback to this 236 area. If we can't break above this 272, we're going to come down and hit this 236. So I guess that buy order would be for that also. So we'll see if we can break above this 272. If we can, then that'll be the first break of that 272 area. And so we'll see if it's going to be a continuation to the upside. So let me see what that gap is over here. I mean, that's a pretty huge up gap, but what is that? 43865. So let me come over here and type that into this. SPY targets, what I say, 43875. 438.75. So 43875, I'm going to put a line once it plots because that's that gap up. There it is. So that's the gap up on SPY. Make that white. Go back here and I can shut that off. All right. I would like to see this red candle stop and another red one to pull down after that. I like to see two red candles in a row to build my confidence of this 236 hit. Because normally, like here, this, even though that's a seller's candle, it's still not red. So there's one. I would love for this to stay red and continue down, and that would build my confidence in that 236 hit. So it's struggling to pull down here. But I'm confident in these extension bounces that yeah, I'm willing to play the probabilities of a pullback to that 236 area. I mean, it is a 3-point, shit, that's a 5-point move. That'd be a hell of a pullback. We may pull back only to this 10%. The fibs are pretty damn spread out already. That's pretty quick, or that's crazy that the fibs are so far spread out already. So what I'm going to do, since I'm going to take this one off since I've already got this one for a downside play. Alright, so here's one red, two red, it fills me. Hoping this closes red. And okay, where was that? My stop should be, where was it at? Here. My stop should be right above the 4386. What did I say? 4386. I'm going to put my stop up here at, drag it down. 236 is 8175. 8175. Same thing, if we break here, 8325, I'm going to take my money. Shit, 8350. Where's 8350 at? Right here. Shit, I missed it. It already pulled back up into it. Come on, break below it. Because how I do it is I'll move my each fib point, I'll move my stop loss down. So I need this to break at, again, I wasn't paying attention. I should be out of this trade already. All right, there. And then I'll drag it down to 438175. So if we hit the 438175, I'm going to go ahead and drop it there. What I should do is make that POC my next, so 438225 will be my next stop area. Alright, so it stopped me out. So that's how I play this. It bounced off these extensions or pulled back, expecting this 236. I got in at the 0 line, and every time it passes a fib point, that becomes my new stop loss. That way, no matter what, I'm making money. So that's why, as getting in here, I should have been already stopped out technically because it broke here. But then it did break back down, so I drug it down. And as you can see, I mean, I'm confident we're going to hit this 236, but I'm not jumping in a trade because it's already right there. Because, again, the probabilities of us hitting this, see, boom, we hit it.